Hey, what's up, everybody? This is Adaceo. I want to thank you so much for joining me today. I appreciate you taking out some time to spend with me and my special guest. She comes highly requested. This is somebody I got to know maybe 4 or 5 years ago. She's amazing. I feel like everybody in the city knows her at this point. If you don't know her, you definitely want her in your circle. Not only is she smart, she's also super cool. I've been looking forward to her sharing her story this week. This is somebody that is going to inspire a lot of people and definitely has some great advice from what she's been doing. I have the one and only Donzaleigh Powell, photographer extraordinaire, in the building.
Hey,
how you doing?
I'm good. Glad to be here.
I want to thank you for joining us here on the Grown and Sexy Nation podcast. This is a Grown and Sexy business spotlight. I guess photography has always been a passion for you.
Oh, yeah. Most definitely.
Okay. And, I remember like years ago, I remember we used to talk, and I guess at some point you picked up a camera, because at this point I look at you and I'm like, okay, she's really doing her thing. Facebook is on fire with your ads and with your pictures, weddings, so, you're really doing your thing. I'm really, I really admire what you're doing, and I see you in the networking space. How did you decide to kind of branch those two things together? What led you down that path?
Well, it's kind of funny because I just pretty much go with whatever my passions are. And it's taken me some years, but as I figured out what those are, I just kind of slowly plan and pray about what it is that, what direction I want to go in, and I just go for it. So definitely started off with the photography, but I've always done events and like to be around people. That's been my whole life. So the more that I just did that, the more I was like, okay, I can do this on an even larger scale. So.
Gotcha. What would you say are some of the biggest challenges as far as being a female photographer, or just a female who's organizing events? Do you have anything that you run into constantly that it's like a barrier that you've had to overcome?
I don't think I've had anything that's consistently been a problem. Just here in Nashville, I think the biggest challenge, and not just for me, for anybody, is just maintaining the support. I think we typically look at the bad things that are going on, and we say, hey, this isn't right, or we need to help the kids, or we need to progress as a people, but yet we're not supporting each other when we're putting on these events that are uplifting or educational or, kind of a stepping stone. So it's hard to change people's mindset into understanding that it doesn't matter what industry you're in. It doesn't matter if you do the same thing as me. None of that matters. You're still able to help each other, and you're able to kind of build from that. So that's what I'm all about right there.
You're opening up a can of worms right there when you talk about people trying to do positive events and people not supporting that, but then you're complaining because of the shootings. But it's like that people gravitate towards those things. They gravitate towards the violence. They don't want to be in that good atmosphere.
Yeah, I think it's just going to take time. And one of the reasons why I started the professional networking group when my son went off to college, I pretty much was at a point where I was like, well, I can pretty much do anything. I can go anywhere. I can go do whatever I want to do. And when I was looking at all the cities that I could go to, most everybody was saying Texas this. And so I'm asking questions. I'm like, what is it with Texas? And everyone was like, the environment is so different compared to Nashville. They're willing to help you. People are willing to, support you, and just, they don't even have to know you. It's almost like more of a brotherly love type environment versus here where, sometimes, I hate to say it, but that crab mentality can get real.
Definitely. So, what advice, with that being the case, what advice would you give someone who's trying to connect or who's trying to get a business going here? What would you say would be the best thing that they could do to to negate that crabs in a barrel mentality, what would you tell them to do?
Well, I mean, obviously, I think they always have to just continuously have a positive mindset regardless of what's going on. So when I start my day, I'm not thinking about, oh, X, Y, and Z is not supporting me or not doing this. Even though I may be aware of it, it's not that I don't, realize that things are going on. But at the same time, it's like, that's okay. I'm still trying to think about how can I do what it is that I need to do? How can I be the best Donzaleigh? How can I improve? How can I this? It's really not even about them. Now, hopefully we can grab some people and pull them along as we're headed, in a certain direction, but they're not the focus.
Right. Don't focus on the detractors. Focus on your supporters. Basically.
Exactly.
And just me personally, I just want to tell you, the way that you push, so many people could kind of learn from your example because you don't stop. You go. You push. And I think that's what keeps a lot of people back is that they're not, grinding as hard. So, I mean, you're definitely setting the city on fire. I look out there and I'm like, okay, there's nothing she can't do. Is there anything in particular you want to let the nation know that you're promoting right now? Is there any events coming up where they might could catch up with you?
Well, I don't have any events coming up, over the winter months. Most of my things are usually in the spring or throughout the summer, fall, things of that nature. But I do want to say, of course, I do represent Lifestyle 31 as well. So that is geared towards inspiring and kind of cultivating young ladies and women. So we will have an event that will be happening in the spring. I have not set the date quite yet. And then, of course, we also do the professional networking group, and we do those quarterly. So those things will be coming up. It's just not right here around the corner, but definitely always love to have people come out and support when they can.
Cool. I think I neglected to give out your website. If you want to go ahead and put that out there for your photography or for your networking events.
Sure. It's Donzaleigh's Photography. So it's www.donzaleighsphotography.com. I'm also on, of course, Facebook and Instagram. You can also find me on my professional networking group page, which is also on Facebook. So yeah, definitely. I don't mind people reaching out. I have people do it all the time. They'll say, hey, I'm trying to see what's going on, or say if they need something, they'll ask if I happen to know somebody, just because that network is important. So it's easy for me to refer people. So if you need anything, just definitely let me know.
Yeah, so I mean, definitely reach out, get in touch with Donzaleigh for any of your photography. If you want to meet some of the movers and shakers in Nashville, definitely reach out. Don't be a stranger. You can also go on my site, www.grownassexynation.com. Also check out our group, facebook.com/grownassexynation for more information. I want to thank you again for coming out, Donzaleigh. I really do appreciate you taking out time to talk to our audience, and we look to hear from you in the future.
All right, thanks.